Brittany, please put the phone down.
I'm Snapchatting you though.
Well, if we all get distracted by cell phones, and July is Cell Phone Courtesy Month.
I'm still
Brittany,
on it.
put it down.
I'm still on it.
Joining us this morning to talk about cell phone courtesy, Jeff Reiland from Gunderson Health System. Jeff, thanks for joining us without a phone this morning.
Good morning, Brittany. Do you need help with that?
This is a real problem.
Your cell phone behavior here.
Am I being rude? This is what we're talking about. We always have our phones on us, but this is a real thing. Cell phone courtesy, more and more people now. What's going on in our society that's making us kind of use these phones as a crutch?
Well, I think the technology is advanced much further than the etiquette has. That it's only been around for a couple of decades that everybody has a phone now, it seems. I can't remember, it's something over 80% of people have cell phones, and I don't think we have the history and tradition of what to do with them. And so, turning your cell phone off at mealtime, not checking them when you're in a theater or when you're at a play or in a synagogue or church, just all of the places that people use cell phones that we turn and say, boy, that's really rude. How many times, and for all of your viewers, how many people see it every day, people engaging in cell phone behavior that's just really not very thoughtful. Yeah, and I think that's the problem.
Yeah, this sort of behavior too, it seems like can cause stress a lot of times to people who aren't using their cell phones or who are in those situations.
Well, it is a mismatch because we're used to having conversations with people where people are watching each other, and we don't always recognize it. But when you analyze human interaction, we're watching people's facial expressions. We're using our eye gaze. We're noticing the pros and the pace and cadence of conversation. And when we're checking our phone all the time, we're not really engaged, and people really can't multitask nearly as well as they think they can. So it's causing a lot of problems in human interaction.
Definitely true. So besides maybe turning off our phones at those certain times like you mentioned, what are some things to say to the other person, or how do you want to make it obvious? You don't want to say, hey, put your phone down, but maybe people could just start doing that.
I think it really depends on the environment. If you've ever been to a performance or a theater, they invite everybody to turn their cell phones off. So sometimes that's already formalized into certain environments. I think that you can have a rule in your own home. If you're a family, you can say, we've got a rule at our family that we don't have our cell phones on at mealtime or during family interaction time. I think that couples can navigate that or negotiate that when they're traveling together or when they're talking with each other. They just agree to keep their phone off. And so I think that people have to be assertive, if you will, and say, boy, when your phone is on, it seems like you're not really here. When you're checking in with your friends, and I'm your friend also, and we're supposed to be sharing time together, you're really not here. And that makes me feel not as connected. So I think it's important for people to assert themselves, not in a rude way, but just let them know how they feel.
Yeah, some actionable advice this morning. Like you said, Jeff, be proactive about it, engage in conversations, get rid of that cellular crutch, so to speak, and we thank you for joining us.
You're welcome. You have a great day, and stay off that phone, Brittany.
That's right.
I put it away.
9 minutes before 7 o'clock right now. We'll be back with the check of your day planner forecast after this.